All right, so hey you guys, I'm Peta and welcome back to my channel. So for those of you guys that are new here, go ahead and tap that notification bell so you can get all the updates and alert. Like and subscribe to my channel. And for those of you guys that are not new here, welcome back. I really appreciate you guys tuning in. And this is our nightly surrender. All right, so nightly surrender would be Monday through Friday. And each night we'll just go through and ask Spirit what it is that we need to surrender for today. Okay? All right, so Spirit, what is it that we need to surrender today? What is it that we need to surrender today? I really hope you guys enjoyed your day today. It's a bit cold here where I am. I know y'all see me with these wool sleeves on because I do not like cold weather. All right, so let's see what Spirit has. All right. Ooh. So Spirit want us to surrender to your fear of intimacy, okay? Spirit wants you to surrender to your fear of intimacy. All right, so some of you guys are afraid to let go, okay? So Spirit is saying that you are ready to let love in, okay? Compassionately identify, all right? And begin to release any patterns that stop you from opening your heart. So, you know, sometimes we deal with relationships and in our minds we feel like we're doing a good thing by, you know, blocking any other love from coming in or any other thing from coming in. But really we're doing ourselves a disservice because we're harboring that and we're allowing that energy to take over our lives, you know. And that energy, believe it or not, changes the way that we do things. You know, it changes the way we communicate with our significant other. It changes the way that, you know, we embrace certain situations, even change the way that we approach certain situations. So some of you guys, you're in a relationship and you don't want to do certain things for your significant other because you feel like if you do that, last time you did that, then it turned out this way. So don't do that, and don't have that way of thinking in this relationship or in this situation, okay? Because you don't want to sabotage anything that the divine has put in your path, okay? So the divine said surrender your fear of intimacy, okay? So it's time to, you know, yeah, again, surrendering fear. Like fear has been just continuously showing up, okay? Like, so it's a lot of fears. It's a lot of fears that, you know, have been being the download in these nightly surrenders. Like, what are you guys afraid of? All right. So it's saying let go of fearful stories that you're telling yourself. Again, you know, we're putting in these limiting beliefs. You know, we're telling ourselves that we can't do this thing. You know, and if it's related to the relationship, don't put fear inside your relationship. Just because something happened in your last relationship doesn't mean that it's going to happen in this relationship. Don't put fears inside your dreams and aspirations. Just because, you know, you probably didn't do so well at one doesn't mean that you're not going to do well at this. You know, let's release the fear. All right, let's surrender the fear today. You know, at least just continuously work on it. And that's why I believe that surrendering fear continues to show up, is because it's a constant, you know, a constant thing that we have to work on. All right, and once Spirit feels like, you know, everyone that's tuning in has released fears, then fear won't show up so often. But, you know, there is a lot of fears here. There's a lot of fears with moving forward. There's a lot of fears of, you know, different career changes. There's a lot of fears in, you know, moving on from your past life. There's a lot of fears in moving into your new life, you know. So surrendering those fears, letting go of those limiting beliefs that you guys have of yourself. All right. And lastly, Spirit is saying, please surrender that procrastination. Look, y'all, I am guilty of procrastination myself sometimes, you know, because life happens, right? But, you know, as long as you're doing, you know, very small steps forward, you know, it doesn't have to be extravagant, but as long as you're doing things step by step, you know, just make it some kind of step forward to help yourself get out of this procrastinated state. And it's saying now it's time to jump on a goal instead of putting it off, taking actions that will attract success. So it's time for you to do things that's going to attract success in your life. It's time for you to do things that's going to attract abundance in your life. So letting go of that spirit of procrastination. So when you're meditating, tell spirit that you want to release that spirit of procrastination. And you know what? You probably just want to do some things different tomorrow. Maybe setting your alarm for a different time so that you can get up earlier to maybe meditate, so that you can get up earlier and start your day, versus getting up at 9 o'clock or 10 o'clock, or versus getting up at 6 o'clock, getting up at 4:30 or 5 o'clock, so you can start your day. But Spirit is saying that you have to surrender that procrastination, because it's keeping you in stagnation, like it's holding you back. You have the potential to conquer all, but because you continuously put things off, things aren't moving as fast as they could move. All right, so just remember that. So when you're waking up at 3 o'clock in the morning or 4 o'clock in the morning, 5 o'clock in the morning, in between the hours of 3 and 5, and Spirit's trying to communicate with you, and you think that something woke you up out of your sleep, that's Spirit, and it's time for you to get active at that point. It's not time to go back and roll over and go to sleep. It's time for you to start receiving that download that they're trying to give you. All right, Spirit, what else do we have? What else do we have? What else do we have? All right, let's see. Yeah, I'm just going to do it like this today. All right, so cancel, clear, and delete. So it's time to get some things out of your space, okay? I hope you guys can see that. All right, so Spirit is saying use positive words and thoughts as they're rapidly manifesting into form. Ask the angels to cancel the effects of the past negative thinking. Again, Spirit is saying, like, it's time for you to begin manifesting. And you can't manifest while you're worrying. And you definitely can't manifest while you're afraid. So you need to call in your spirit guides or your angels, whatever your divination is, and ask them for help for you to counsel that. Again, like in your meditations, in your prayer, tell them, like, hey, Spirit, I need this to go. What do I need to do to relieve myself of these beliefs that are holding me back? What I need to do to take the thoughts of my parents telling me that I'm not good enough? What do I need to do to, remove that energy of my ex telling me that I wasn't worthy enough or that I was never going to amount to anything? Like, what do I need to do that? All right. Ask them, like, what is it that you need to do to set yourself up for the next step? Okay. And they're going to begin to answer you, but it's going to require you to, open up that space for them. All right. I know this nightly surrender seems like it's going a little bit longer, but it's just a message that has to be put out here. So Spirit is saying right here, singing and dancing. So express yourself and awaken your psychic senses through magical powers of music. All right. And movement. So Spirit is saying, just overall joy, begin to dance and sing, and just express yourself. You're gonna awaken yourself, just getting back to things that, reminds you of you. Or even if it's not you, maybe just adding that to your practice, you start to feel good, Yeah, you ever been, feeling down in the dumps and you listen to some upbeat music and you just get upbeat? The same thing with this. That's what Spirit is telling you to do. That's how you're gonna counter balance all of these things out. Like, if you're procrastinating, you wake up and you're feeling sluggish, play some of that upbeat music so that you can dance or do whatever it is that you gotta do. Sing some magical words to yourself in the mirror if singing is what you do, so that you can release those feels and make yourself feel comfortable with it. But getting back to yourself, all right? And you're going to awaken something in you. You're going to awaken more of your psychic gifts when you start to do that. Maybe even looking at some chakra healing dances, because I know that's the thing that You know, I've seen people doing it, and I've actually wanted to get into that myself, but maybe even looking at some of that. And again, this law of attraction, you guys, see, Spirit is very clear about this, you know, attracting these vibrations, all right? Say law of attraction. So the law of attraction card was the last card that was pulled. And it's saying relationships and activities that you once enjoyed are now changing as you become more sensitive and aware of energy. So the things that you used to do, a lot of them you don't do no more. And those are the bad things, you know. And it's because you became more aware of where you are on your spiritual journey. You become more aware of, energies that you encounter. So a lot of that stuff, you don't do it no more. And that's a good thing. And because you're trying to create healthy patterns for yourself. And so what Spirit is saying is that you want to continue those healthy patterns. And you want to begin to, attract in your life what you want. All right. So again, when you're going throughout the day, telling yourself that you're going to get whatever it is that you desire, repeating that. When you're doing your affirmations in the mirror, you're doing, I am great, I am wonderful. Whatever your affirmations are, that's what you're saying to yourself, and you're attracting that energy to yourself. Same way if you're single and you really desire a relationship, you're saying, you're telling Spirit what you want, or you're telling yourself and your soul what it is that you want and what it is that you feel that you deserve. I mean, that's how I attracted my husband. I told Spirit that I wasn't putting up with any other type of person but this, and this. And, and that's what I attracted into my life. So I started vibrating on a different frequency, saying that I'm better than this and I'm better than that, and so once I begin to do that, once I begin to affirm the things about myself, then life changed dramatically for me. So that's what Spirit is saying. Spirit is saying for you to attract what it is that you want into your life. All right. So that's pretty much it, guys. Spirit is saying surrender your fears of intimacies, letting go of those past blockages that's preventing you from just going full force in your relationship. All right, surrendering the fears, your limiting beliefs of your past, and surrendering that procrastination. All right, asking for help from them when you need to assist you in getting rid of those fear-based type of energies, getting back to some of the things that you love that's going to enhance your awareness and your psychic abilities, and attracting the life that you want and attracting the life that you deserve. So that's pretty much it, you guys. I hope you enjoyed the content on this page. If you like the content, leave me a comment, hit like, subscribe, tap that notification bell, share if you care, and I will talk to you later.